I'm Kyara Moron, student intern for Legit TV. On Wednesday, July 9th, the Legislative Youth Advisory Council, LIAC, convened for a town hall meeting in the Capitol building on St. Thomas. The meeting is the first in a series scheduled by the Youth Council. Some duties of the LIAC include advising the legislature on proposed and pending legislation and consulting with study commissions and task forces, among other responsibilities. The LIAC members use their first town hall meeting to discuss entrepreneurships and employment opportunities for youth in the community, youth participation in the government, and the cell phone policy for high school students. Based on the town hall meeting that took place today, what are the most important points that you took from the discussion on youth participation in government?
Well, the most important point I took is that the youth voices will be heard, and that is, we always say the youths are our future. So this is a way to really show the youths that we count them as being part of our future and our present right now with the Youth Advisory Council.
So basically, from the town hall, what I would like the council to do is to basically have a fundraiser to just assist all these programs with my brothers, workshop, Kids Scope, Department of Sport and Recreation, just to basically host a fundraiser to donate, to give money to these organizations, especially Kids Scope, when I heard there was lack in toilet paper, lack in paper towel, lack of water. So basically, I would love the council to host some fundraisers on the different islands to support and to contribute to these tremendous youth organizations throughout the territory.
The youth of the Virgin Islands need to, those who are able to vote, that they should go out and register to vote. Even if they already missed the deadline for the primary election that we have now, come November, they should be registered to be able to vote for the people who are going to lead their community, because there are a lot of people who say, okay, we have these bad senators, blah, 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 and they're not going to vote. But they don't realize that they're losing the only voice they really have inside of our government, so they should be encouraged to vote.
What about today's discussion on the cell phone policy do you think will have the most impact on the Department of Education?
What would have the most impact is the fact that the cell phone policy is not really accepted by youths, as you could see. Of course, it would be accepted if we use it for, unproductive reasoning. But when we look at the more productive side, it's limited to what we can do with it in the class. Because when you're in a class, you're in a class for the teacher, and you're in a class for the classroom, not in a class to be on the phone, on Facebook or Instagram.
I think the part of controlling the usage in school, for example, one of my colleagues said that they would like if they allow it to be used in the hallways but not in the classrooms. But then some students will be like, I don't care, I will just use it in wherever I want. It's used in school, so it's controlling the behaviors of certain individuals, and that would kind of limit others. And the people who abuse it are the people who make it limited to others. So for the abusers, they could do what they want. But for others who are actually abiding by the law and want to follow the rules, then it's going to be hard for them. So that's the thing.
Do you think in the future there will be more and more youths wanting to get involved with the government?
Definitely. I think that all we need is for them to see that the adults in the community and the adults that are in charge of the government and the election process, they care, and they'll be more than welcome and more than, enjoy coming out to support.
Do you think that in the future there will be more youths active in council meetings, town hall meetings, and politics?
Oh, yes, I believe just for the fact that this is occurring, that many of their peers, the youth council members' peers, are looking at it, looking at what they're saying. They're going to have input amongst themselves, and I'm quite certain when they run into members of the Legislative Youth Advisory Council, they're going to share their views. And so as we continue to meet, they're gonna have the members actually expressing more of what the input from their peers are. That is why we intended for this week to touch on all three islands, so that by the end of this week, the council members would have had an idea of what the youths on the various islands are hearing. And the only thing I was disappointed in is that we actually did not have more youth organizations themselves present today, and I want to let them know that they are invited. The next two hearings are on the 5th of August in St. John and on the 8th of August in St. Croix. And though we had Department of Parks and Recs and Human Services and YRC, we want to hear from the youth organizations themselves, the representatives of the youth organizations, the youth themselves. So we want to encourage them to come out and to let us hear from them, because it's hard for the members to go around and have a lot of meetings around the community because of scheduling, etc. So at these hearings, we want to extract as much as possible.
The Legislative Youth Advisory Council consists of 16 voting members aged 14 to 23, with 8 members being from the St. Croix district and 8 members from the St. Thomas St. John district, provided that at least one member is a resident of the island of St. John. 4 members of the legislature serve as non-voting ex officio members. This is Kyara Moron for Legit TV.